Hey there! Time again for Kids Art Fun. Today, we're going to draw an aquarium with lots of colorful fish. Here's how to do it. First, you start with the top line of the aquarium. We put in a little lip and then the shape of the glass bowl. Try to make both sides look the same. A little lip for the foot. And now we'll draw the inside of the glass bowl because the glass has a little thickness to it. And the top of the water, which is, if you're looking from slightly above, a bit of an oval. Now we'll start with the fish. Let's do the blue one over here. The mouth, the eyes, and an eyebrow, which fish don't have, and the scales, the top fin, and the little lines on the rear fins and side fins. Now we're going to draw the clam. You can also draw eyes on the clam. They don't really have eyes, but it makes it look cute. Okay, let's draw one of the other fish in the picture. This guy, he looks a little hungry, like he's going to eat the clam. We'll put his eyes in, his mouth is open. We'll get the fins on the top. Put little marks in, the lines of the fins, the tail, and some spots, because maybe he's a clownfish. Now we're going to draw the other sea creature that is in the tank with them. And notice we put the creature behind the fish, so you can see that the fish is swimming in front of the shapes. Okay, now let's work on that other big fish that's there. He's looking kind of happy. And you got to get the curve because he just swept around in the fish tank, and so his tail is still swooping to the back. And that's why you put the bend in there. And then we'll put the designs on him, and of course his eyes. And a little crease for his smile. Now we're going to do the angelfish. Angelfish is a beautiful fish. A big top fin and big bottom fin. And he's looking the other way, not paying attention to the rest. We've got his side fin in. Put in the markings. And now we put in the grasses, the seaweed that is growing. And then the bottom of the tank, where there's some sand and rocks. I think it's time for some color, don't you? So let's start with the obvious color of the water, blue. And we're going to put it in between all the other objects, because all around them is water. It takes a little time to fill in all those spaces. Careful not to cross over into the animals because, of course, the fish and the sea life are going to have different colors that will drop in real soon. And we'll get the angelfish in his water and the hungry fish in his water. Try to do it real accurately. So when we add the color to the fishes, it'll be really clean and clear. take care around those fins and the tail, and we'll finish up the blue. There's the water in the tank. Okay, let's start coloring some of the creatures in the tank. That's a nice purple. Goes well with the blue. And fill in the sea creature that's growing off the bottom. You can just carefully go up to the edges and make sure that you don't color the fish right there, because the fish is in front of the sea creature. And that's why you want to make sure the fish gets his own color. Right behind the top of the fish there. Again, make sure you don't color his fins. This one's tricky too. Down by the clamshell, don't color the clamshell yet. Just the sea creature on the bottom. Okay. That guy looks nice. Now, what are we going to color next? A little light color at the bottom of the tank. Okay, now we've picked a darker blue to represent the sand and stones that are laying in the bottom of the fish tank. Makes it very clear the difference between the water and the bottom of the tank. And the reason we can see the bottom of the tank is the same reason we can see that little oval at the top of the water. We're looking down just a little bit of an angle, and that gives a nice perspective. Okay. Now it's time for the bluefish. We're just going to do is a little scales in there, in back of that line that separates his head area. Nice darker blue, which also goes with the other colors we've chosen so far. Okay, now we're picking a blue that's kind of aqua-y, similar to the water, to color his face and his fins. But because he's in front of the purple object, you can still see that it's clearly the fish. Okay, we're going for the clam, and he's in a darker purple, so that separates him from the sea creature behind. And we're just coloring the outside of his shell, which is the part of the outside of the shell we see. And the inside we'll do with a much darker color because it's a little darker in there. And be careful not to color the eyes, because then you see them really well. Okay, who's next? The big guy that's swooping down. We'll give him red face and red jaw, and makes his smile stand out. And the inside of his mouth, just a little teeny different color so that you can see the difference and that it's open. We'll make his body the red color of his head. But we leave those little designs on there so that we can make them a much lighter color, yellow. He's got quite a nice design. And the fins, yet another color, a little brownish. And we have to finish up his tail with the red from the rest of his body. Okay, I think hungry fish is next. We're going to make him green, so he stands out against the blue of the water. And be careful not to color in the dots, because those dots are another color. We're also making his fins and top fin and tail a little different color too, but first we get the dots a little darker green, and his hungry mouth yellow, and his fins yellow. Okay. Angelfish shares a similar color to the big guy on the bottom, but it's a little pinker. And angelfish have stripes like that, so you want to be careful to do the stripes and follow the lines. Fill him in right up to the tip of the fin. And of course the seaweed, the grasses that grow off the bottom are green. So we'll make them a little darker green. We finish up by putting a light blue on top of the water, because the water is blue, but there's reflected light from above. And there you have it, a beautiful fish tank with colorful fish. Thanks for watching and drawing with us. See you next time.